Today on Eat Like a Local, something very special to my heart. Brennan's of Houston. I worked here for 9 years. I learned how to cook here. I learned how to run a restaurant here. I learned so much about life here. Today, we're gonna look at kind of the new face of Brennan's. Not necessarily the dining room, because that's still gonna be that fine dining atmosphere that you really wanted to be a part of. But now, we're gonna go fine casual. They've redone the bar. It is gorgeous. It's beautiful, it's big. It's where you're gonna wanna come sit down and have some cocktails, do that 3 o'clock, I'm done for the day. They have a menu that's just as big as a normal restaurant menu just for the bar. We're gonna talk to Alex, we're gonna talk to Chef Carl. It's gonna be a good show. You ready? Let's go.
To truly understand Brennan's of Houston, we need to go back to the beginning. We need to head to New Orleans, where Alex's sister T is running the family's iconic restaurant, Commander's Palace.
Commander's Palace is our family's kind of flagship. It opened in 1893, but our family really came to work here day to day in about 1974, having bought it in 1969, because they used to like to eat here. Commander's Palace had sort of fallen on hard times, but people loved it. And so our family came in and woo, they're like, we are here to shake things up. Painted the place blue, got Paul Prudhomme in here working. Cajun and Creole crashed in the kitchen at Commander's Palace. We did not eat Cajun food in New Orleans at all. And so wonderful things have been happening ever since. Paul and Ella and all the Brennans crashed here. Brennan's in New Orleans is now owned by our cousins. Brennan's in Houston, my brother Alex, it having been started by Ella, Dick, Dottie, Adelaide, John. Back in 1967, as I recall, I was a little girl. People were just coming to Brennan's in New Orleans, and people kept asking our family to do other places, lots of other places. And they said, why don't we go where our really a sister city? New Orleans feels that with Houston. And then they went and found that building that looked just like New Orleans. I tell my brother all the time that the courtyard of Brennan's looks more like New Orleans than New Orleans. Commander's and Brennan's of Houston are just connected. They're sister restaurants. But I love that they do Texas Creole, like it's making my mouth water thinking of, crawfish enchiladas, and the whole team over there. One of the things that's common between Brennan's of Houston and Commander's Palace are the people that came out of here. But we're just lucky to have had people like Chris Shepard come through our family's businesses. So we have this thing about hospitality that I think is best represented at Commander's and Brennan's of Houston. We just understand that it's about how we make people feel, and we're very professional about the service, but we want you to have a good time. We're coming to see the new bar soon. I just bought my ticket. I hadn't been yet. I cannot wait to see that new bar.
T, I can't wait either. It's time to sit down with Alex and Carl.
Today is very special for me, right? Because this is family, right? The Brennan family has always been that to me. And it's because you guys hired me, and I was here for 9 years.
Yeah.
We remember you before you were Chris Shepard.
Exactly.
I mean, it was questionable back then, too.
Who was that guy with his hair pulled back,
And having seen it over the years, because how many years now?
58, man.
58.
So you opened in 67.
1967, so 58.
So we're 58 years old here. Yeah. That's insanely crazy, and that is amazing. There's been a lot of changes in this restaurant over the years, and you guys just did kind of a big one just recently, and that's why I wanted to come here and sit and hang out in here, because I love a bar. This is beautiful.
Thanks very much. We've been talking about it for quite a while. People know us, I think, for fine dining special occasions. Right?
Absolutely.
And we very much wanted to evolve a bit and add a fine casual component. Have a lot of the same hospitality and have a lot of the same food, but in a little bit more casual environment. And our courtyard is, I think, a little oasis here in Houston, and so we wrap around the courtyard, and I think it just makes a lot of sense.
It's a beautiful spot, and you brought back some really interesting details to the bar, right? Some that are very touching and very heartfelt. The flooring, the large black and white tiles.
Very Southern, very New Orleans. The house that I grew up in the Garden District in New Orleans, just a couple blocks from Commander's. The main room that everybody sort of gravitated to was the solarium, and it was a black and white floor overlooking the garden.
So this is very much growing up to you.
It is. And then, of course, our beautiful John Staub building from the 1920s.
Well, and then you brought back something that meant a lot to me too, is because these little mermaid light fixtures that are in here. And I'll never forget that conversation I had with you when I came to you. I was like, "Hey man, can I run the wine program?" I thought you were like, "What?" But you were like, "Yeah, all in." And so, you know, I worked in that wine room constantly, and just these little mermaids were always just the fixture of a life in there.
Well, the story behind them is my grandfather was a Irish immigrant, and he was a wooden shipbuilder by trade. When Aunt Adelaide was decorating the restaurant back in the 60s, she came upon a couple of figurines, bow art, that would be on smaller boats and barges that were in the New Orleans area. Yeah, just as sort of a tribute to Granddad, she picked them up and brought them from New Orleans and hung them in the wine room. And they were happy hanging there until 2008, and sadly we lost them when we had the fire and redid it. After the fire, Carl knows, I searched high and low trying to replace. So yeah, so it's really fun to have the ladies back with us.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? It literally had to be beautiful because the bar took over one of the most iconic rooms.
Yeah.
In like television history.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Well,
movie history.
Yeah.
We got a picture hanging on the wall right over there of Nicholson and McLean during their lunch scene here. In terms of endearment,
So everything you want from Brennan's of Houston history is here,
I think so.
right? But in a much more relaxed kind of environment.
It is, and we're trying to do some menu things that kind of reflect that as well.
Right? You want to have people come in and have killer cocktails, fun, thoughtful food at the same time, right?
For celebrations, special events, things like that in their life, they go, sit in the dining room. But when they just want to come in and hang out, this is a place they, want to hang out.
I know that Brennan's does lunch and then they do dinner.
Right.
Does this stay open in between?
It does.
So you can go straight through here, right? So
You can. That menu we were talking about, you can roll it from 11 to our closing hours.
because there's so many Fridays that are like 2:30, 3 o'clock. I just want to be done.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Let's say Friday. It could be Tuesday.
All right, now that we got the rundown of Brennan's of Houston, it's time for the cocktails, including a 25-cent martini. We'll check it out next. We're checking out the new bar at Brennan's of Houston where they're doing the classics the right way and coming up with some new ones, which is really cool. Let's go.
So let's talk about this right now because you guys are all on the bandwagon with me with bringing the Cosmo back,
Absolutely.
right? And there's two variations. And at lunch,
Talking about our 25-cent martinis.
that's exactly it. So you come to Brennan's, you sit down and get 25-cent martinis for lunch.
At lunch, Monday
At lunch,
through Friday.
Monday through
All
Friday,
right,
not
all
Saturday,
right.
Sunday brunch.
No,
Yeah, so
Yeah, you gotta
buy
have a
me an
little food
entree
with
and
it,
I'll buy you some
know.
25-cent martinis.
But started way back in the 1960s. And my cousin Brad, who's with me here at the restaurant, his mom is the one who really insisted we revive it in the 80s. And it's been going on since the 1980s.
And then you,
Yeah, okay, so this is a frozen version. The P&G Cosmo, man.
that's delightful.
It's a good one.
That's really delightful.
It's a good one.
Now this is the
Bananas faster. A little bit of family history here. In 1975, my mom and her brothers and sisters, who had ran Brennan's in New Orleans for many years, got fired by their nephews. So they left Brennan's and went and regrouped up at Commander's. And in 1979, we were opening Mr. B's on Royal Street, just a couple blocks down from Brennan's, in an effort to, gig their nephews a little bit. They did a version of Bananas Foster. They did it in a blender, Bananas Foster in a blender, and then with a little dark rum float on top. That's not bad.
That's everything you want it to be, right? And because you make the bananas Foster, and then you put the bananas over, and that ice cream starts to melt, and then you get that soupy. That's what this is.
And it blended.
It is so good.
So liquid dessert, not a bad way to go.
No. Well, I mean, this is also like that version. Like you say you're too full, but you're like, I can handle it.
I can get that down. One of my cousins, Jimmy Brennan, who moved over here to get things started, he found some great old Parisian gas lamps, and we bought them. And here they are as you come and enter the restaurant. They're still there since
They're
1966.
gorgeous. It was like it's always been the iconic thing for me when you walk in.
And so I'm like, we've got to do something when we're reopening the bar. And Carl goes, well, why don't we figure out a cocktail of some sort? And so we're talking about it, we're looking at old recipes, and that's where we came across a recipe from old Toulouse-Lautrec himself, 20s era. And the color was perfect. This is the color of the rusted color of our gas lamp. But it was called the Tremblement de Terre, right? Earthquake. And it was absinthe and cognac. We didn't think that was going to go over real well. It wasn't going to be real popular.
It made me just question, like.
And then one night, we noticed Marcelino doing a cafe brûlot in the dining room with that gorgeous orange peel flame.
One of the best.
The color of the gas flame in our gas lamps, right? And we're going, okay, now we're onto something. And then before you know it, we started working with the Remy, which is one of our favorite cognacs, and Cointreau Noir, a darker Cointreau. Well, cut a bing, cut a boom, the Parisian gas lamp. Take a little tug. So the idea is to dunk the orange peel, the charred orange peel. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It smells great. Yeah, put that back.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I think the beauty of this bar also is that, like, you guys do the classics so well. That's always been kind of the Brennan's idea, is that, like, there's something there for a reason. That's what we consider a classic, right?
Right.
And we can do those perfectly, but then we're going to take a look at it and kind of tilt it a little bit. Not going to take away from it.
Mom used to say,
bit.
evolve it, don't change it.
These are the variations. When we talk about an old fashioned, it's a bourbon, it's a bitter, it is a
Bit of sugar,
and then orange.
Orange and cherry.
Yeah.
To begin at the beginning, literally Sazeracs, as history tells it, were the first cocktail. And it was created in New Orleans. Thus the tales of the
Because
cocktail.
the cocktail is just a spirit sugar bitter, right?
That's exactly right.
And that is your classic as a cocktail.
And they were putting that stuff in because the whiskey tasted so bad. That's the truth. So basically, we take the glass and you rim the inside of the glass with the Pernod absinthe in the glass, nothing else. Make the cocktail in the shaker on the side and strain it into the glass.
Okay.
That's your Sazerac.
I mean, it's delicious. And then this is like the traditional.
This is an old fashioned.
Yeah.
And what we have here is a new old fashioned. So the old fashioned is take a sugar cube, drop it in the glass, hit it with your bitters, drop your cherry, your orange, and muddle it in the glass. Break it up. You want to get the oils from the orange flowing. You want to evenly disperse the flavor of the cherry in. Whiskey, add ice. The idea behind this is just literally, okay, well, how can we get the cherry and orange flavor into the bourbon without muddling? And so literally came up with a drip process here. This
that's a cold brew still.
Exactly right. And so replace where the coffee would be with the orange and cherry, bourbon on top, let it come down, and now you got your base.
Just the perfume and the aromatics off of that?
Yeah.
Like, that's beautiful.
Yeah. It's a different drink.
I feel like all bars need to have one of these now. This is so smart.
When you have too much time on your hands and all you're doing is thinking about making really good things for people to drink and eat, these are the kinds of ideas that pop up.
I love seeing the variation of cocktails. I love seeing where the wine's going. I love where everything about this bar is going. But I need to start talking about food. Because if I'm gonna go through all of these,
You're gonna need something to eat.
you know it. Yeah.
All right, now that we've been sitting at the new bar at Brennan's of Houston having cocktails, it's time to get some food. Let's go. We're spending the day exploring the new bar at Brennan's of Houston because it's beautiful and I like it.
So this is part of the bar snack. I mean, when I say bar snack mentality, in the best possible way. I love that the Courtyard Bar has these.
For this dish right here, it is a necessity. It's a New Orleans custom barbecue shrimp.
So this is old school.
It's old school. This is Mr. B's style, New Orleans style barbecue.
I mean, so
shrimp,
when I was here, would you consider that to be the same kind of thing or no?
Well, it's a little different. The one we did back then was a little darker. Was one that I learned from Emerald, and so this one here we've taken more of a classic. I mean, this is butter, you know.
Yeah.
Little
Butter, garlic, lemon,
pepper.
Yeah. And shell on head on shrimp, right? The fat coming out of the head on shrimp is what really matters. And a lot of flavor comes from that. People always say, why don't I get it good at home? Well, it's because you didn't have head on shrimp.
Gulf shrimp?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Man, that is about as good as it gets.
It's just a classic. I mean,
It's nothing on a good night for them to knock out 200.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just on another level.
I can see the need for the bib.
Yeah.
Chef didn't even get a shrimp. He already got it on him.
Chris.
This,
So Carl and I are both big fans of Good Company and the campechano that they're so well known for. I mean, we were going, gosh, you know, if ever anything made sense, sort of a Louisiana version seafood
because
cocktail.
campechano is basically like a Texas-style seafood.
Exactly right. Sort of the
cocktail.
Hispanic influence a bit, but right, Gulf Coast seafood cocktail. I'm fishing in one of my favorite fishing spots, Lake Calcasieu. The big bridge you drive over there by Lake Charles, that's the Lake Calcasieu right there. Love to go there, Carl and I've been many times. And it was one of those days, and it was just that pretty green water that you sometimes get when it's in the Gulf and it pushes up. And I called Carl, I said, I got it, man, I got it. With green tomato version, fried green tomatoes, Louisiana, right, so southern. And all I had to do was mention the idea to him, and Carl and his team take off running.
It was trying to bring those ingredients. You take green tomatoes, you take some cucumbers and onions and what have you, and tomatillas. And I was like, how to bring it together? And this is where, you know, Texas comes in handy. There's a lot of Tex-Mex. And I was like, thinking about green salsa. So what if we could blend up a green salsa, and then we take those ingredients and bring them together? And that's what really makes that sauciness of it, and kind of marries all these flavors together. You know, I feel like, and you know, besides the chips, we worked on some firecrackers that add.
Nothing like a fried teeny.
No.
Yeah.
People say, well, you're a New Orleans restaurant. I said, well, yeah, we've been here 67 years though. And we really are Texas Creole.
You are.
And I think this is another one of those good marriages, sort of Hispanic salsa culture coming together with just Louisiana seafood, and it's pretty good.
And that is Houston.
Yeah, I like to joke a lot that Houston really is the westernmost city in Louisiana.
I know that I could crush all this, but there's a couple more things I want to try.
We do have a couple more items.
Some guy
coming.
that used to work for us is in the hot dog business or something.
We talked about this.
We talked about it.
I've been waiting for this moment. The slider and hot dog tower. And muffaletta sliders. I mean, this says bar to me. This says fine casual to me, right? Yeah, you could give me a hot dog, but you put Creole chow chow on there. That's awesome. All right, so walk me through this, Chef.
Start up here on top. We got these hot dogs.
Yeah.
And that's a whole story in itself. We
It
got
is.
hot dogs. And we mentioned, you know, Alex, he loves a chow chow. We could put relish and stuff, but just it is a Cajun relish.
So when you say chow chow, what do you say? It's like cabbage relish,
It
basically.
it is almost a little bit almost like sauerkraut, because we are fermenting it a bit. And then we got all the other condiments around it. So we got some regular mustard, some Creole mustard, got a little comeback sauce here. This is a fondue. Basically, it's rendered andouille. So we put, so if you want to add a little bit on top of your dog, or
One of the other dishes I don't think we have time for, but we do a beignets with this fondue and a little bit of great ham, some marinated vegetable crudité.
I need you to stop playing with my emotions right now. Because that is everything that I'm like,
It's pretty
did
good.
you say?
It's pretty great stuff.
yeah.
Everything here. I like the chow chow.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
I mean, a little andouille, you know, fondue
Yeah,
doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
And then underneath that, we're making our own fries. And so we got the French fries, and then we do have some sweet potato fries.
All right, and then the slider.
There you go.
Then down here is with sliders, prime brisket with our
You're
fillets
grind and brine brisket and filet trim.
and filet trim. It is basically, you know, grilled onions, pimento cheese, a pickle, and a good slider. You know, good, juicy burger.
But this, stop it. And then this, I love a muffaletta. So, I mean, you've got the provolone, the relish, the mortadella.
A little copa.
This is what I want to come in and hang out with my friends with, because this is just fun. And most of the times, right, when you look at a bar menu, there's like 4, 5, 6 things. You have a full restaurant menu dedicated to just the bar. You know, just bangers. You guys nailed it.
Appreciate it.
This is fantastic.
Good. Did we
I
get it
hope you
all?
sell 1 million of these. What to order at Brennan's of Houston? The gas lamp. Then if you're gonna sit down and have some food, get the muffaletta sliders, the shrimp po' boy, that Lake Calcasieu seafood cocktail. I'm gonna get some friends, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get that hot dog tower of power. And then if you're ready for dessert, get that bananas faster. God, it's so good. To be able to come in on a daily basis and have fine casual, sit back, have a hot dog and slider tower. I mean, the shrimp po' boy, whatever. The list, the menu here for the bar is huge. The bar that they've redone here at Brennan's is immaculate. It's beautiful. It still exudes everything you want, but it gives you that, hey, I just want to bring some friends in. We're gonna sit at the bar. We're gonna turn on some sports, maybe watch football, get some towers, and just have some cocktails to relax. Come for lunch, 25-cent martinis. Come on, order an entree. That's easy. As part of our history of this city that we need to continue to embrace, because it is special. I worked here for 9 years. I built my career here. And this place has taught me a lot. Now it's teaching me new things. Hot dog tower. Let's go. Nailed that one. These bar stools are comfortable.
Yeah.
Like this
Well,
is,
you and I got the same problem on diameter.
I got
He called me, man, those things are big. I said, not for me.
Exactly.
I want to have a really
Nailed it.
Boom. Well, you could talk about that thing that just walked out of here. I don't know what that is. Big old silver platter of fried stuff. All right, we want to know where you're eating too, because you know what? I like to be just driving around and be like, oh, someone said go here. That's what I want to see. Eat like a local, TX. Hit us up on Instagram, give us a follow, but also let us know where you're eating, because I want to check those places out too. Maybe we'll go together. All right? We'll see you there.